In the dusty frontier town of Tombstone, Arizona, the year was 1881, a place where law and chaos walked the same streets. The gold rush had brought fortune seekers, gamblers, and gunmen from across the frontier. But in a town full of outlaws, there were a few men who stood between order and anarchy, and one of them was Wyatt Earp. Wyatt wasn't just a lawman, he was a symbol of justice in a time when justice was earned at the end of a six-shooter. But his story, and that of his brothers, would forever be written in gunsmoke at a place called the OK Corral. The town of Tombstone was divided. On one side stood the Earp brothers, Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan, joined by Wyatt's loyal friend, the deadly but loyal gambler, Doc Holliday. On the other side were the Cowboys, a loose gang of rustlers and outlaws led by Ike Clanton, Billy Clanton, and the McClory brothers. For months, tension built between the lawmen and the Cowboys. Cattle thefts, threats, and ambushes had turned Tombstone into a powder keg waiting to explode. On October 26, 1881, that fuse was finally lit. Ike Clanton and his gang were seen carrying guns inside town, breaking a strict city ordinance. When the Earps went to disarm them, fate brought both sides face to face behind the OK Corral. In the narrow lot beside the OK Corral, 30 seconds of history unfolded that would echo for more than a century. Wyatt Earp, Virgil, Morgan, and Doc Holliday faced six armed cowboys, the air thick with tension and gunpowder. No one knows who fired the first shot, but once it began, it was thunder. When the smoke cleared, Billy Clanton and both McClory brothers lay dead. Virgil and Morgan were wounded, and Doc Holliday was grazed. Wyatt Earp, incredibly, walked away without a single scratch. It wasn't just a gunfight, it was the moment legend was born. The shootout split the town. Some saw the Earps as heroes, others as cold-blooded killers. Legal battles and revenge killings would follow. Within months, Morgan Earp was murdered, and Wyatt's path turned from lawman to avenger. He launched the Earp Vendetta ride, hunting down every man he believed responsible. Wyatt's legend grew, larger than life. A man who stood his ground when the West was wild and law was only a word. The gunfight at the OK Corral lasted less than a minute, yet it became one of the most famous events in American history. Wyatt Earp became a symbol of courage, justice, and survival in a world ruled by the gun. Because in the Old West, it wasn't just about who drew first, it was about who stood for what was right and lived to tell the tale.